Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good
Okay.
afternoon.
All right. It's still
It's a
afternoon.
good Friday afternoon here. East Coast.
East
Look at
Coast.
you. Something looks different. A
Yes.
roaring fire in the
Yes.
background.
It's a great one of those screen
Effect.
things. It's a great screen
It's a
effect.
great green screen.
Yeah. Exactly. No, this one's
Can
real.
I can I do something that I haven't done in a long time?
Uh, that's a loaded question coming from you. But
Come on, man. It'll
yes.
be good.
Okay.
Okay, let
Yes.
me do this. I'm giving you a close up, but I'm gonna say it because it's been a while.
Oh, it's been a minute.
He is the bold one. He is the cold one. And as of yesterday, he's the
The
old one.
old one. I
John,
knew that was coming.
John Colder Rice Lawson.
I'm gonna
There
own
he
it
is,
though.
folks. You on it?
I'm gonna own it.
Okay. Well, hold
I'm
on.
I'm push I'm pushing new numbers.
Oh, okay. Now, wait a minute. What am I looking for? Oh, here
Oh,
we
you
go.
can't find yours.
I'm Brent Leary.
And he
Uh,
looks older
a
than
little
me. So
pause.
that's
See,
amazing.
I added a little something to the pause for 2022. I know
What's
people
going on?
really do look out for that, and I want to give them what they want. Right?
Really? Have you heard this?
Not really, but
Okay, I'm
it
about to
sounded
say.
good. All right.
Oh my God.
The big man just celebrated his birthday yesterday.
Big time, man. Oof. But I'm starting the celebration today. And
Oh,
yes,
is
I'm
that it?
finally made it to 30.
That's my boy Esteban Kolsky.
What's up, Esteban?
So,
Yes.
where are you?
I am in New York. I'm actually across the Hudson in some shit town, Jersey. But
Okay.
I'm, I'm like
You the one
right
there.
on, I know. I'm right on the Hudson and I'm literally here for this background and all that kind of stuff because I got to do some recording tomorrow. So,
Ah.
yeah, it's a
Well,
good
wait a minute.
spot.
I thought this was a birthday break celebration.
It's a,
What is this? A work thing?
it's a little bit of both. Tonight I'm going to a dinner and a show right after we get off of this. And then tomorrow I have a gala award ceremony I got to present at. And then NRF, the National Retail Federation, big show is starting on Sunday. So a little bit going
Right
on
when
here and
the winter storm hits, basically.
there. And the COVID storm.
Well, that's been hitting
Yeah,
for a long time.
I mean, the one day we get snow in Atlanta, I have to be out of town. How about
Hey, look, the winter advisory so far
that?
is a little north and east of us, and I hope it stays like that
But see,
because I
I'm
don't need all
north and
that
east.
nonsense. Yeah,
I'm
northeast
north,
kind of corner, not
but
of
I'm saying
Metro Atlanta, of
oh,
Georgia.
okay, of Georgia.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
all right, yeah.
And I want
You're
it to stay like
hopeful?
that.
Oh,
I am
you don't
very
want any
hopeful.
snow?
What the? No, I don't want no damn snow or ice or other forms of
Yes,
pestilence.
yes.
No,
Snow
thank you,
I can
please.
handle. No ice.
Yeah, well, there's an advisory. We'll
Really?
just have to play it
Yeah,
out.
that's what. Anything cold precipitation, you never know what it could be in
But
Atlanta.
wait a minute.
So hopefully it's
With
not.
a nickname like Colder Ice, I thought you'd really enjoy that kind of weather.
Well, who knows what it's going to do here? See,
You'll find out.
I know. I mean,
You will
New
definitely
York could
find out.
be, it could be crazy. So, but at least I'm not traveling on that day. I don't travel till Tuesday. So hopefully it'll all
Okay,
get worked out.
let's hope
Because
so.
Atlanta will be closing down the airport on Sunday night.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You best be glad you aren't flying on Sunday because
You see
that'd
that?
be ugly.
See that?
I have to say,
You see that? That's
let's
my
see.
husband. He just walked through the.
Oh, good. Tell him I said hello. Happy
I
New Year
will
and all
do
that
that.
kind of
I
stuff.
will do that.
He's a saint for putting
He
up with you
is.
for all these years. So
Don't get it twisted.
All right.
All right, let's get in.
We have to. But one thing that has me a bit perturbed today, because I haven't eaten all day, been doing all sorts of stuff. So I ordered from Uber Eats my meal. It was supposed to
Hmm.
show up at 4:55 p.m. before the show. Now it's not showing up until 5:13, which is
Yeah,
2 minutes away. So what I need from you
I got to
is,
cover.
yeah, you need to take the floor and do your cold rice thing because I am not letting my food sit out and get cold.
Yeah, all right, no problem.
All right, there you
So,
go. That's
at
all I
least
ask.
everybody knows if you got to go away, you'll be right back.
Well, I'll be back.
Man, I mean, I'm out the window, man. Just right there, New York City. Amazing.
Does it feel good
The
to be in the
view,
big city?
the view is awesome. Does it feel good? It's cold, but yes, you can't. There's nothing like it. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Okay.
And you know what? Here's crazy. Have you do you where do you park when you go to the airport? You just do regular airport parking?
I just started doing Uber. If I
Oh, really?
if my
Okay.
trip is longer than a week, I do Uber.
Yeah, that
If
makes
it's
sense.
a couple of days, I drive and park.
So I use this thing, Peachy Parking, which has an indoor parking garage, and
Yeah,
literally half of it was empty today, and I've never seen it that empty. It was
not
crazy.
surprised.
Yeah, I mean, not as many people traveling as normal.
Ain't nobody
So
trying to get the plague right now.
well, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
so easy to get the plague. You know
So
what?
easy that we're yeah.
We'll get into the show eventually, folks. But one of the things that I'm so glad that I haven't had to do or get into like an elevator because now I'm hearing with this Omicron stuff, if you get into an elevator and let's say you got to go from the bottom to the top, so you're in there for a long time, and people might be talking and doing little chit chat, man, that Omicron could just go up in your nostrils within like a minute or two, or even a couple of seconds. So I'm not
um,
doing that. No elevators for the time being. Not
yeah,
for
but
me.
I mean, most people won't get on the elevator with you anyway. So you got to get one of these, man. You got to get the N95s.
Well, I do. I just
That's the
ordered
key.
some. They're coming
Yeah,
tomorrow.
but I
Not
mean,
that I
it is
need
what it
them
is.
because I'm not going to a lot of places. So
You're not going out of the house.
Oh,
You might.
look who's here! Look who is here! What is it with y'all? Didn't he have a birthday this week too,
Yeah, we were a lot
or
of
last week,
Capricorns
something like that?
last week. Capricorns
And
in the
then
house, bro.
Thomas had a birthday Wednesday, I think.
All right, another Capricorn.
Way too many of you
Happy,
guys.
happy, happy early birthday to you, Thomas. Yeah,
Troy, if I can't really argue that. So
Brent's life is alone time. That's just
and you would think that would upset me, but it really
it
isn't.
makes it makes his day. It
Nah,
makes his day. You know what's really funny? I was just thinking how many times we used to go to Christmas events back in the day together around Christmas time for like the Tribune and stuff. I was like, that's the only time I would see Brent out.
and it wasn't for long.
Nope. He was like, I'm out of
Oh,
here.
what about that picture? I should have put that picture up. The one that Peggy posted of us. She
That was a
posted it for your
long
birthday
time
of us.
ago.
That was Clayton State, wasn't it?
Is that what that was? I was
I
trying
think
to
it was
figure out
Clayton
where
State
that
University.
was. Clayton State University.
'Cause I think I was
Dang, that was
moderating the panel that you and Peggy were on, and
yeah,
some other folks, of which I can't remember who they are.
man. That's a long time back.
That was a long time ago. Man, you have
Yes.
really aged. That's all I can say, man.
I'm gonna let all this go because you got a birthday at some point. You'll get it all back.
Uh, we kid because we don't care. That's all I can say.
That's whatever.
All right, let's do some Amazon
Let's
stuff.
Let's dig in.
Oh, wait a minute. You need to
Is your
do some
man
more. Yeah, I'm going to give you the whole thing because I'm going to get my food right now. So here he is, folks. The bold one, the cold one, John Cold-Rice Lawson, doing a little stand-up while he
A little
sits down.
stand up. No. All right, guys. He's going to go get his food. So one of the things is in 2022, we'd like to hear from you folks. I mean, is there topics or things that you think we should cover, whether it be in the Amazon realm, in the e-commerce realm, or just in general, man? Because you notice we kind of like to talk about a little bit of everything. That's kind of why we're might be altering the title of the show to Amazon and Beyond, because it seems like we do a lot of the Beyond too. So, but definitely, I know you guys know how to reach Brent or myself, and you got ideas for the show. Please let us know. We really want to take this to the next level in 2022. We've been doing this for a minute. I think the flow is good. Definitely the back and forth is good. Interacting with the audience is part of the thing I just absolutely love. I love when you guys make comments and stuff. And if there's any suggestions, comments, concerns that we can do to make this thing better, absolutely reach out for us. All right, there you go. It's a good filler right there. Yeah, that was a good filler. Oh, okay. You know, I do like that place.
Yeah. And guess what else was out there?
Meals? You ever buy the family
meals? On my doorstep. My N95
Your 95s are there. You ever buy the family meals from there?
No, because I don't have a family.
I know, but it's like you could eat on it for like all week. It's like freaking huge for $30, $40. It's amazing.
I'll make a note of it. What would you, what did you say?
I told them if they have any suggestions, comments, or on how to make the show or what you would like to see covered, let us know. And so I think that's what Troy is saying right there. No, random conversation. I can't have random conversations with Brent because he's such a random person. How about them Rams though?
See, I got
Cleveland
Rams.
Cleveland.
That's where the Rams started.
That's
right?
Did they really?
1937.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's his team.
I'm not gonna get bogged down because we already wasted half of the show talking about random stuff. So
that's what he asked for.
Okay. Well, then we aim to please, apparently. So.
All right, go.
All right,
let's get it.
Let's do a couple of things. I'm going to leave the big thing. Well, I think it'll be a fun thing to talk about for our kind of the end. So, have a couple of clips.
Oh,
you know how I like my clips.
Yes, he's a clipper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this one. I think they're both from today. Let's see what this one is.
Have Amazon going from over the next 5 years. We have it growing well over 20% annually. The overall market, we think, grows kind of like low teens. So yeah, they're going to be a share gainer. They had a huge year in 2021 with the ad business accelerating significantly. The share price didn't, wasn't, didn't appreciate as much.
This guy's nervous.
But yeah, no. Amazon's ad business should be strong. It was noted by the ad buyers as being the biggest expected share gainer the next 2 years.
John, talk about TikTok. You address it in the report. Are public investors in the U.S. players kind of missing a big piece of digital ad growth in general by not necessarily grabbing a piece of TikTok?
Yeah, for sure. Amazon and TikTok were two biggest expected share gainers within digital budgets. We've been asking this question the last couple of years. If you start a new branding campaign for 13 to 34-year-olds, where are you starting it? 26% said TikTok. That was number one. It was ahead of YouTube at 24% of respondents and Instagram at 20%. I agree. Because it's not public, you are missing. The investors are missing out. No, it showed up really well. across the board in the survey. And also, we asked, as it relates to the iOS changes, almost 30% of the ad buyers said that they were going to shift budget. It was, where are you switching it to? In order, Google search was number one, TikTok, YouTube, and Amazon. So across the board, TikTok showed very well.
All right. Beside the guy being seemingly nervous about what he was talking
Weird,
about.
yeah.
The information was really interesting to me. So Amazon, we all kind of knew they had a good year,
That
2021.
was not for the stocks. That was the most.
I don't think it was talking about the stocks in that regard.
Well, he was talking. I mean, it was just a flat line, basically, up, down, all the way across, sideways, all year
everybody
long.
else might have been diving.
No diving.
There was some diving.
Some diving.
Anyway, what do you think about what he said about the prospects for Amazon's ad business? Seems like.
What did he say? It was the biggest what? Can't remember what his word was. He said it was the biggest.
Name that was on the video. If I can find that real quick, it was Amazon's ad business could be largest gain, this year's largest gain in the ad space. And then he went along to say that TikTok was a big thing for I guess whatever that is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see that. Absolutely, I could definitely see that.
Is this a pivotal year?
For Amazon
for Amazon's digital ad platform?
I don't think so. Here's the thing.
Why not?
Because, well, when you say pivotal year, I don't know. I think there's some headwind.
Does it make a big move?
Here's the thing. There's some headwinds here because most of the advertising that's done on the platform is done by brands that are already selling on the platform. So the advertising is almost a larger portion, which we have talked about, of the cost of doing business on the platform. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I go to Facebook and advertise, I'm getting new customers, and those customers are coming in and they're buying from a different platform, and I'm paying Facebook the money. But the Amazon stuff, it's almost like if I have to advertise, if everybody starts advertising more, just by the nature of it being a auction platform, the ad buys or auction platform, that means the cost of the ads go up. So the cost of customer acquisition goes up. And, there's like a catch-22 here at some point where it becomes not feasible for your profit margins to keep going to Amazon. So you're already paying for the listing on there, you're paying for FBA services, and now your ad services pricing goes up. That's cutting into your margins.
So I think we've talked particularly over the last 6 to 12 months. We already know what the story is with AWS. It's already a $60 billion revenue generating arm annually at this point. It feels like the ad platform would be the next thing to take off, to not grow to that level. Because let's face it, I don't know. Do you think the competition for cloud services, which is AWS and Microsoft Azure and Google's cloud and Oracle's cloud, maybe there's 4 to 5 significant players, with Amazon and Microsoft being in their own level, and then everybody else follows through. That's a pretty well structured industry in terms of who the big boys are and what the layers or levels are. When you think of the ad space, the digital ad space, Google and Facebook are pretty much the big two, kind of on their own tier. I would say Amazon is a tier unto themselves, so they're significantly beneath Facebook and Google, but they seem to be their own tier. And then maybe TikTok is going to be the one that comes up kind of with a bullet and moves up there and maybe could surpass Amazon and really threaten the guys up there. But it seems like, if I'm not mistaken, is there any other player that could potentially leapfrog Amazon and start getting closer to the big guys?
I don't know. Not. I'm trying to, because you can look for advertising, you need the traffic, right? So when we look at the number of people that land on the Amazon page, land on the Google page, land on a Facebook property or Alpha, Meta, whatever the hell y'all want to call them, these properties, that makes advertising a large game. I can't really see anything like that unless maybe if Shopify did an ad network. That's an A. And then B, I just noticed, did you get a notification from Apple about opting into their ad network?
No.
I think I took a screenshot of that too. But the other day I logged into, my iPad or something. I don't remember which one it was, but I was in the App Store and they asked me if I would opt in to their ad network. So who knows what Apple's over there trying to do, but we had called that at the beginning when Apple said that they were going, underground and not giving the ad data to other parties. So, Apple could be on. If I had to put money on it, it'd be Apple.
Really? Okay.
How about that?
They're right now, they're way behind, but they have the a big move. Right. So anyway, so you've got the cloud-based services and you've got the digital ad space. I'm guessing the ad space is probably growing faster, but it's still not as big as the money being spent on the pure cloud services, right? So when you think of those two things, I'm trying to think. Well, I would say Amazon is in the best position when you compare any other company in those two very specific places, right?
No.
Who's better off?
No.
Google?
Between Google and who?
Well, the top 4 or 5 cloud service providers and the top 4 or 5 digital ad platform providers. Because Amazon is in
both
the top. They're like 1A on the cloud services and a kind of a distant third on the digital ad platform side.
Okay. Well, I like what Thomas is saying there. I think a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, we will be talking about the metaverse.
Yeah, but
I know.
And by the way, both Microsoft and Amazon are in the mix on those gaming platforms too. Amazon with Twitch, Microsoft with what's that thing? Xbox.
Right. But wait, but don't overlook what I'm saying though. I think the advertising opportunities in the metaverse are going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, an interesting thing about that, because there's an article that came out, I think that was this week, that talked about how Apple is not even really pressed by doing anything in the metaverse. which takes a pretty significant player who could move the needle. If they're not interested, maybe they're not interested now. Maybe they'll, let everybody else kind of fight in the early stages and then just say, you know what? Thank you. I'll take it from here. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're thinking. But it doesn't appear that they're doubling down, moving all their chips into the, into the corners or whatever they move it into. I'm not a bettor, not a gambler, but they don't appear to be wanting to be, the pioneers of the metaverse. Facebook, I guess Microsoft. I don't know who else. Maybe some people are putting Adobe in there. Some people are putting NVIDIA in there. But it's so nebulous to me right now.
It is.
A couple of years
but
from
I think
now, maybe that'll all sort
couple
itself
years. Couple years. But you think about Apple themselves. I mean, just go all the way back. How well they did with MP3 players when the market was full of MP3 players, and then they came into that market with a bigger, badder, right? Same with the iPhone. There was all kind of cell phones out there, and they came into the so Apple does not have to be the first in the game. They let other people do all of the trailblazing. I mean, they tried to trailblaze, the what do you call that? The speaker, the smart speaker, a little bit. They were in.
Well, they were the first.
Game.
Siri was like the first voice assistant.
Yeah,
but then they didn't do anything with it.
All right, and others have come behind them, and I'm thinking, they're like, hey, you guys build out, you guys be the pioneers. We'll come in and just eat up the room with something that's just going to blow people's mind.
Maybe that's
Who
the
knows,
approach,
man?
Or maybe they're like, there are things that are more pressing that we can like
be
privacy,
on.
And things like that. We'll see. But I'm guessing when it comes to the digital ad platform, TikTok is definitely the one I would keep my eye on, like the guy pointed out. But Amazon is in a pretty good position to benefit off of that. They've got their their video library that they can monetize via ads. They've got Twitch. They still haven't found a way to monetize that from an ads perspective.
Here's one thing that I'm going to say about TikTok. Okay. Because there's only been a very small few, honestly, of social networks that got ads right. Right? If you just think about it, right? All of these social platforms, the Snapchats of the world, and even Twitter, their ad network is not the place where people are like, oh, I got to put my money into that as a business. So TikTok, it'll be interesting to see how they try to put that in there. Because right now, people are like, look, if you want to market something, just get on TikTok, get a following, and you don't need to do any ad spend. So
that's the thing.
It's going to be interesting.
That's going to get harder and harder to replicate as more and more people try to do just what you said. But I think TikTok content, video and content, that was their business model. And then they strap in ads and commerce after the fact. That's what they announced last year because, like you said, they've got a really significant amount of developers creating lots of content, and that drew in, particularly like the dude said in the video clip, what, ages 13 to 34 or something like that. So they built their audience on content, and now they're looking to monetize it through commerce and ads. I think that's brilliant.
It's not brilliant. Everybody's done that.
Well, it's brilliant because the amount of time it took them to do it was like a fraction of the amount of time it took others to do that. I mean, they overtook YouTube in like a year or two, which is incredible to me.
Well,
and now they're able to monetize that.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, so was COVID. I mean, you can't overlook COVID's impact on TikTok. Would TikTok have done that? Maybe, but I mean,
Well, it
what's so
accelerated.
new? I'm just saying, what's so new about TikTok that Vine didn't have? And Vine failed miserably,
That's a
but
good. That's a
TikTok
good question to ask and maybe analyze. What made Vine wither on the Vine?
on the Vine.
Where TikTok, where TikTok completely and exponentially took off.
Yeah, yeah.
Who bought Vine? Was it Twitter? I can't remember who bought Vine.
Somebody bought it for a minute.
Right,
I don't remember.
and then
I don't remember.
it
It
kind
might
of
have been.
died.
Yeah, I don't think it was Twitter though. I don't. I don't remember.
Do you think it was a good thing? Remember when people were looking at the potential of Oracle buying or at least taking a significant position in the parent company that owned TikTok? Do you think?
Yeah, and that didn't go through, right?
Yeah, it didn't go through. Do you think that was a blessing for TikTok that it didn't go through?
What was a blessing for TikTok is that the United States government didn't come down on them hard, and that was the reason why those guys, were trying to buy TikTok because the administration didn't want a Chinese-owned company to be doing that kind of business.
Haven't.
So they had
Yeah.
to move. Yeah, they had to
Well,
move
if
all
you
their
remember,
servers.
the parent company did not want to give access to Oracle
China.
to some of the innards of the algorithms and how TikTok actually worked. They did not want Oracle or maybe any US based tech company to have access to that part because that was the moneymaker and that's
Yeah,
the intelligence maker.
yeah, which everybody's impressed with right now. The
Yeah.
intelligence is amazing. Yeah, dude, I forget you. I mean, forget. Just think, we almost lost TikTok. We almost lost TikTok.
What's funny? Why do you say we?
Talking about just in general, the public, everybody loves it. I'm just saying, we, the public. Yeah.
Are you really on TikTok? Because I still really not.
Um. Uh, you know what? TikTok now has influenced all the other platforms. So
Right.
content in
I can see that.
general has changed because of TikTok's popularity. So
Isn't it interesting though that YouTube has been trying to get off the ground kind of their TikTok like shorter videos? I have
mhm.
not heard a thing about that. Like I don't hear
I,
anything like, "Oh, the numbers are going up."
I mean, I've heard people doing pretty good stuff on those platforms and getting and you know what, Thomas, I think that is the most important part, and we can't overlook we me and you, Brent, go back and forth and laughing about, oh, you're old, but in reality we are way too old to actually make a determination on whether or not this is the new thing based on our use of the thing.
I don't waste it on my use at all. What I,
Right.
what really fascinates me about TikTok is that Cabby Lane dude who's got like 130 million followers, and
Yep.
all he does is
Makes people laugh.
I will.
That's all he
Is
does. He
that
makes
it?
people laugh. Yeah, that's it. He makes people laugh.
He's. I'd say this. He's a genius because he has not deviated from this. He has not tried to do more than this. Because
Yeah.
why would you want to do more than this if this gets you 130 million followers?
Yeah. I mean, hey, and
I don't
he's not
care.
the only one. I mean, like I've noticed this
Right.
new guy on the Planet Fitness commercial. I'm like, who is this guy? Right? And then some. And my daughter had to tell me, oh, he's huge on TikTok. He's this brother that makes everything seem outrageous every time he sees something. So I mean, you're having stars that are coming on. They gave away an award on the last award show for best TikTok track. I'm like, so I mean, this is part of the American lexicon, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
No.
Will, but they could destroy the whole vibe if they don't do the advertising properly. Because people, there's a backlash to being advertised to in the wrong way on a platform that's been free all this time. So they got to be very careful.
Absolutely. Because once the cool factor starts to dissipate and the old folks start taking over the asylum, the new
Which
guys
will
are like,
happen.
which will happen.
Which will
It'll
happen.
probably happen
Yeah.
within the
It's
next
happening
year
now.
or so. Yeah.
It's happening now. The biggest growing age bracket right now is 35 to 50. So,
But
I mean, it's happening.
Are those millennials? I lost track of all that stuff.
Yeah, late
'Cause
millennials.
We're Gen X. Were the millennials
Nobody
after
talks
us, or
about
was
it.
there something that came after us before millennial? I can't remember.
No, that's
Yeah.
millennials. My kid's a millennial. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's some Gen Z is after those guys, right?
And then, yeah, we X, Y, Z. Don't worry about it. I'll help you with your alphabet.
Okay. All right. That leads to the next one, though, because Amazon seems to be very well positioned in the digital ad platform, marketplace, whatever you want to call it. But there's one area that they seem to be lacking in, and it's this right here. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for folks to see.
I can't see anything there. This is not
Can
a
you see it now?
video? No, it's not a video.
No, it's an article from Market Pulse.
Bro, come on, plus it up. Let me go.
You're not seeing it?
Yeah, we
You
see it.
can't
It's
read.
just so it's tiny type
Amazon
still.
Live is embarrassing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what you want us to see. Yes,
This is what really caught my attention.
the
All
title.
the stuff. Well, yeah, because I really hadn't thought about it, which is kind of the point of the article. Amazon Live has been around for years, and I couldn't tell you what goes on there. Do they have anything besides people trying to sell you
Okay.
stuff?
So I read this story, and he's just trashing Amazon Live, and basically, I mean, he makes very good points about the traction, how long it's been in effect, and how little the audiences are. However, I happen to do some digging, and I'm over there, and guess who's got a show over there? Candy Burst. Okay, so you know Candy, right? She's a housewife. She's from.
She was with Escape way back in the day.
No, they're touring right now, bro. They've come out of the dust, and now they're taking over.
Hibernation.
Yeah, man.
Taking over what?
The whole look, man. Look, bro. Let me just tell you. Let me just tell you. Right now, all the Gen X stuff is hot. We're hot. Okay. We are. Yeah, because we have money. We're grown, and we're looking to spend it on things that will bring us back.
We're trying to
80s,
recreate our youth.
Exactly, to the 80s and 90s, and that's part of that. And so, they've been touring for like 3 good years right now, even through, I mean, one of them, of course, 2020 knocked it off the track, but they're back on track. But anyway, all that.
But answer me this question.
Well, wait.
How
let me
long
just tell you. So I'm watching.
How long has she been on there? How long has she had a Amazon Live thing?
I'm not really sure, but she's got enough traction that when I was on the show watching, she had over 300 people live, right? But more importantly, she's selling product. Yeah, not a whole lot, right? But more importantly, she's selling product on that show, and she's being at the actual show I was watching, Burt's Bees, the bee cream. Lip Cream, was actually the sponsor of that show. So she's able to make enough sales that these brands are starting to jump in and
All right,
sponsor her
wait.
show.
Let me
What?
just put a pin in that.
Okay.
300 people. Now, doesn't she still
300.
have like a TV show? So she's on like what, Bravo or something? Is she
This is
still
the
doing
day.
that Housewives thing?
This is the day I was on there.
Whatever.
I don't know.
300. Let me just break it down.
Yeah, break it
Do
down.
you know who Uncle Lou is?
No.
You don't have a clue who
Who's
Uncle Lou is. I didn't know who Uncle Lou was before not too long ago.
I know Uncle
There
Lou.
was a no, not that guy. We gonna stick with Uncle Lou. All right.
Come on, bro.
If you go to YouTube and do a search on Uncle Lou, you will find out Uncle Lou is a dude that lives somewhere in the state of Georgia. I'm not sure where exactly.
Okay.
He came to my attention about 5 or 6 years ago when Georgia played Bama the first time for a national championship and lost on a terrible play. And he put up a video of his reaction to what took place. He literally drank a 40-year-old bottle of Coke and damn near killed himself. I thought for a second he was dead. So he's a diehard dog fan, and he set the camera up and videotaped him watching the game. Now, back then, he might have had a couple of hundred subscribers around that. I had completely forgot about Uncle Lou. I just, every now and again, I would go back and watch him almost die because I got amusement out of it. I'll be serious about it. Thought it was funny. So I went back this year when the kind of college season started. Dude has 40 or 50,000 subscribers now. And what he does is basically just talk about college football and dogs in particular. Nobody knew this joker from anything.
Yeah.
So now he does live streams. So he live streamed the whole college season, getting his reaction.
Come on, get to the point.
Here's
Get to the point.
When he does a live stream, I look at the numbers. Over 4,000 people are watching him watch UGA football. Whenever he does a live stream, it's like clockwork. When he puts up a recorded video, gets 20,000 views very shortly.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but you didn't let me finish.
He's not a superstar. He's not somebody on a regular TV show.
Right.
He literally.
But let me finish.
All right.
I get what you're saying.
There you go.
Because you're trying to put a pin in this. Let me just let me give you the background. Candy has her own YouTube channel with 500,000 people that are subscribed to it. So anytime she goes on a YouTube, she's going to get 20, 30,000 people watching. The point I'm trying to make is she's already got this channel, but she's found enough traction on this Amazon channel for her to show up. So that is telling.
I keep going back to how many years has she been doing the Amazon live show?
It couldn't be long. It couldn't be long. Let's say a year. It's only been out for a year.
A year.
Maybe.
Well, you just explained all the exposure she already has. And that's all she's doing on Amazon Live. And I'm guessing it's more due to the poor audience overall on Amazon Live than to her specifically.
How about maybe it's that the Amazon Live people are actually there and purchasing stuff. If you go on your YouTube channel and try to sell something, you might get rocks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a difference. I see that happening. I see that happening with a lot of influencers. They try to sell things on Instagram. They might try to sell something on TikTok, but the audience, I'm guessing, is different on Amazon. Possibly.
And that's why maybe this guy wrote in his article, the audience is tiny because there is little reason to watch the live streams. They are not entertaining or well made. Despite being about shopping, they are too focused on selling. They have no chance competing for attention with YouTube, TikTok, or even QVC. Amazon Live's catch-22 is that no shoppers watch the video because they are not interesting. And there are no interesting videos since no shoppers are watching them.
Let's be clear. You know, I mean, this is a platform that Amazon put out there. The content that's on the platform, when Amazon does the content, they get a lot of views. So over the holiday season, they had several different, shows or live broadcasts that they will partner with different influencers, and they have a lot of viewers. So, I mean, I get it. Yeah, most people that are Amazon sellers suck on TV, but that's not an Amazon issue. The platform's there. It's open to you. I can't believe we're on the opposite side of this thing. You're supposed to be the one champion in the Amazon stuff.
Look, anyway, I just think
I get it.
They should be way further along with this than where they are.
I don't think they're paying a lot of attention to it. They have a knack for throwing things out. They have a knack for throwing tools out and then just seeing. I don't even know if they are paying attention on where it's going.
Look, this is funny. Thomas is like, what is it at all?
Just think about a live streaming platform inside of Amazon. That's all it is.
Right. And they've got Twitch, which is fantastically successful in getting traffic and bringing in eyeballs. Why hasn't that transferred over to Amazon Live? That's my question.
Well, I don't know. Another thing is too, Amazon is very, they'll buy a company and then let that company be still that company, right? Because you can go out right now to Woot and it's still Woot. You can go to Zappos, it's still Zappos. Twitch is still Twitch. And I don't think Amazon has the desire to fold all these things in. So I think they're in the learning phase right now.
On and right there, a platform in a platform in a platform.
Which actually has a platform.
Damn. I don't know. I don't
either.
It should be
Give it time,
along.
bro. Give it time.
How much?
But
how much time do they need?
You need enough time for Amazon to get interested in it. Once they start promoting it, then I think it's good. You know what? I just taught a class, honestly, on for Amazon sellers. And I had this in the class. And I told them, if nothing else, the way that it shows up in your store when you do these makes it a reason enough for you to do those kind of things. So they've got Amazon posts that look like, Instagram feeds that you can put inside of there. There's several things that Amazon provides for its sellers to be able to do marketing. And if for nothing else, that it gives you more real estate and different ways to interact with your audience, it's something you guys should be looking at. Simple and plain. I mean, hey, if I have 400 people on a show that would buy something for me every time I went live, yeah, I'd do it for 100 people.
I like what
hell, I do this for Thomas, Jeffrey, and Anand.
Oh, wow.
For you three.
Hope you guys heard that, fellas. I like how Thomas put it. It is an Amazon issue. That's what I think we're both saying it. It's an Amazon issue and it's a creator issue. And it doesn't feel like they are in sync and connected up. Because if they want to go after a broad audience, the content has to pick up in terms of quality. It has to be smarter about addressing the audience, because we know, I mean, let's face it, we know they want these folks to buy stuff, which is okay. I think everybody understands that. But you gotta put some effort into it. And that's the thing that seems to be lacking.
Well, I think a deeper dive on that from Amazon's perspective is probably necessary. I think they have a tool here that it would benefit them to spend more time developing. Absolutely.
I believe so. Let's face
But
it,
it's
it's all
still not
about
going to help.
attention
Yeah. What they
and
need
converting
is
attention.
a guy, you know, to help guide these people on
Please do
creating.
not put your face in this conversation to do that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you know, somebody that is a content maven that every time you see his face on the screen,
You hurl.
you tune in.
You feel sick to the stomach. All right, we're getting close to the end, and I have one more
Oh,
thing.
thank goodness.
It's going to be, we're not going to be able to dig in fully to this, but
What's
I
that?
saw this clip, and I just wanted to start the conversation. So here it is.
Let's go.
Amazon has been quietly collecting biometric data from its employees using facial recognition software. And its COVID-19 health screenings is where they're getting that material. The practice has prompted a class action lawsuit, and now a U.S. district judge has ruled the tech giant can't run from those allegations. Farron Cousins joins me to talk about that. Farron, listen, as you look at this story, it seems like at least once a month, we're doing a story about the ugliest edges of Amazon. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's just hitting all at one time. Maybe all this crazy stuff that Amazon's doing, maybe it's just we're going to move through it. That's not the case, is it?
No, absolutely not. And this one is particularly disgusting because they put these safety measures in place saying, look, employees, we're going to protect you from COVID. We're going to make sure nobody comes in here with an infection. So go put your face up to the machine. We're going to scan you. It's going to take your temperature. You're going to be totally fine. And so the worker said, okay, yes, that sounds great. You're protecting us. But then they find out, oh, Amazon's not just testing your temperature. They're selling your facial data, your biometrics, to third parties. And this is something, and this class action is being filed in Illinois, which is one of the strictest biometric laws in the country. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and there's about 10 other states that this could be filed. This is an important decision right here to be able to say, yeah, we've got enough to go forward. What a corporation always tries to do is they try to cut it off at emotion.
All right, that's enough of that.
Mm-hmm.
How big a deal is this? The collection
you know what?
of biometric data under the guise, of safety, but then selling it all. I don't even know if this is happening. So I want to put that.
I was about to say, RT.
I don't know if that is.
Yeah, I mean,
actually
RT
the case here.
and those two guys.
Yeah, those dudes are sketchy.
They look a little.
I remember that that first dude. He was on MSNBC a lot back in the day. I don't think he's been on there for a while. But what if?
What if?
And I'm not going to say. Let's just scale it up.
So
not
what
just
if
Amazon, but anybody is doing that.
So I'm trying to guess what they're saying is like you come in to the office or to the warehouse, you get your temperature checked, and it's taking your face at the same time.
Doing facial recognition.
Selling that, and then they're warehousing that and maybe using that for other things. Now, they weren't definitive about how they're quote selling it, so that is something I would love to know more about.
Nebulous,
but
they said selling the third party. I have never heard that.
Yeah, me either. It sounds stupid.
It sounds
Amazon would be absolutely stupid to do that.
I have never heard of Amazon selling off their customer data before. Have you?
That's not even their customer. That's their employees.
Yeah, we're talking employees. That's right. Under the guise of safety.
Yeah,
health.
That would be crazy.
It would be ridiculous to do that.
Yeah, it does.
I
need more details.
Need more because
He said it was a class action lawsuit being filed in Chicago, right?
In Illinois.
Yeah, in Illinois. Well,
and then the other guy said 10 other states.
If this is actually a real thing, we will hear more of it. And once it hits the Wall Street Journal, then we should talk about it.
I'm gonna
It's
start
just,
doing a search because you're right.
yeah, do
I don't
so.
I don't do anything, or that was the only thing. Look, the way I get these clips, I go to YouTube, I do a search on Amazon News this week, and I look at what comes up, and I literally just did this right before, so I didn't get a chance to fully dig in, but it just caught my attention. I was like, all right, let's just toss it out there.
Yeah,
I don't
you know what?
believe, I could be wrong. I just don't believe Amazon would be, I want to say, dumb enough to do something like
That's
that.
just
That would
dumb.
be
I
kind
mean,
of
just
dumb.
put up what Thomas said. Real quick. Think of Amazon Go. Absolutely. Why would they jeopardize Amazon Go and all of these other things where you have to trust Amazon and your privacy to do that? It just doesn't make any sense.
It
I
doesn't make
just
any
don't.
sense. But there are things like there's a story about a month ago where I think it was McDonald's. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was McDonald's that, when you go through the fast food lane, you have to give your order, and so this story came out that everybody who was going through, the fast food, or whatever,
The
self
drive
service
through.
lane, yeah, the drive through, going through the drive through, those interactions were being recorded and then sold to voice data training firms to use these voices to train their AI. So, and it wasn't McDonald's. It appeared to be the company providing the technology for the drive-through stuff.
I don't get that. I mean, why do I need to do that when I can get it all on YouTube? I don't. That doesn't make any sense to me.
This might have been before YouTube, because I don't think it was going on now. They found out
Oh,
about it after the fact. But
okay.
there's so much, these data brokers. Now you got
Yeah,
biometric data brokers. This stuff is big money.
yeah, it
And
is.
so almost everything we do digitally can be bought, I don't know if it's the black market, or what, but
It's bro,
it's money
bro.
being made from
We
all
live
this
in the
stuff.
matrix. This is the matrix.
Did you take the blue or the red?
I got the red pill, man. Of course.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, we are definitely going to have to follow up on that, because
Yeah, let's follow up on that, guys.
I just can't believe that Amazon would be
That's
doing that.
that sounds crazy.
I could be wrong, but I just can't believe it.
That
Anyway,
sounds
so
crazy.
what play are you going to see?
I'm going to see MJ in about 2 hours. It is in pre-production, pre-release for Broadway, and it's the Michael Jackson play. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm going upstairs right now to iron my Michael Jackson tee, and I'm going and to have a ball. I'm sure I know some of the songs in that play.
You got your N95?
I got my N95. I'm ready.
All right. How many people are they letting in that thing?
I think it's going to be full. It's probably 1,600
man.
people, but that's okay. I'm sitting in a good spot. So,
I hope so. I hope
yeah,
there's plenty of space around that good spot.
there's plenty of space. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
You haven't gotten COVID yet, have you?
We're not talking about that.
Just check.
No, I haven't, but knock on wood, I won't.
Well, good luck.
All right, man.
Enjoy the birthday weekend celebration, I guess. Although your birthday wasn't even technically part of the weekend.
On the weekend. That doesn't matter. It's this month. I'm celebrating all month.
Thomas says, don't forget the hat and the white jacket. What? You have your glove?
Yeah,
Michael Jackson glove?
I do. Yeah, no, not that much. I'll just keep it on the t-shirt.
And get your
Yeah.
private air supply. There you go.
Look, man, I can't. We've had that discussion before. I can't stay in a dungeon all my life worrying about Omicron. It is what it is. I got my shots. I got my booster. If that shit don't work, then You know, it is what it is.
We knew you win.
We knew you would.
All right. Well, have a great time. See you next week.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you.
Are we still doing this?
Oh, that's right. Peace. We out of here. Peace, peace, peace.
Later.
Later.